Welcome to the Dare to Grow Show. I'm Sarah Morgan, and my mission is to help you take daily action in your business, show up consistently and confidently for your audience, and earn more with digital products and programs. I know you have a rad vision for your life and business, but do you dare to grow? Let's jump into this episode and talk about how to make it happen. All right, welcome back to the Dare to Grow Show. I hope the first month of this year is off to a good start for you. I have no idea how I'm recording a February episode already. Like last month flew by for me, but I did get a lot done, so I'm feeling okay about it. Anyway, today I am answering a question that came in through my audience survey about hiring a virtual assistant. So shout out to the person who asked that question. And I really love the question they asked because it wasn't about finding an assistant or what tasks to hand off. They asked about releasing control when hiring someone. And I have to say, I am the best person to ask this because, fun fact, I am a bit of a control freak. I kind of try and say I'm recovering, but I am not fully there yet. I'm aware and I'm making efforts to adjust, but sometimes I'm still a little controlling. I just like to be in charge. I was always the bossy kid, like wrangling my friends and my siblings to practice whatever dance I choreographed 500 times in a row. I know, I was a fun kid. And I'm almost as fun as an adult. But I know from experience how uncomfortable and challenging it can be to let go of something that affects your business. We avoid hiring because it feels like if we have our hands in every piece of our business, nothing will go wrong. Right? Doesn't usually work out though. So if you've been holding back on hiring someone, getting comfortable releasing control might be the thing that you need to work on too. And this is the perfect time to talk about hiring because my VA took the month of January off, which has reminded me how much she helps my business and makes my life easier. Just not having to think about any of those tasks is so helpful. It's like, for example, while she's been gone, I spent 4 hours creating graphics, a blog post, and an email for a podcast episode. And I wasn't writing the post. I had already done that. I was just editing it, and it took me 4 hours. Ugh. So I cannot wait to hand that task back to my VA. She's like my favorite person usually. But even if you don't have a lot of tasks to hand off just yet, you can start small, and you should. Have someone take over your inbox. That's the easiest thing to get rid of, and it feels so good. So I challenge you to practice letting go of control by handing it over to someone 100%. This means that you tell them the process, like how to file things, examples of how to respond to certain types of emails. Keep an eye on it for a week or two, check out their responses to things, and then let it go. That can be your mantra. Let it go. Don't go into your inbox at all. Let them own that task. Let them be in control. And I bet you'll find that not only do you have more time in your day, but you have more space in your brain for more important things. Just knowing that you need to check your inbox or respond to something keeps that part of your brain focused on that task no matter what you're doing at the moment. It's always remembering the task until it's done. So look through your week and find a task or two that you either don't like doing or you aren't great at it, and hire someone to take that off your plate. This could be as little as a couple hours per week, and you could even start with like one project so you can get comfy and practice giving up control, and then go from there. The other thing to consider is that the person you hire might be better at that task than you are or have a better way of doing it. So when onboarding a new contractor, I usually start with a process for the way I do things, either like a screencast video or just a list of steps if it's easier to figure out. And then I let my contractors know that if they have a better way of doing something, I am all in for that. So for example, my assistant set up some Airtable bases and she did a way better job. She connected them and grouped them. And I've learned a whole bunch of new things from using her systems. I think when we start a business, we're trying to be scrappy and DIY as much as possible. That's how I did it. And we have to learn so many new things that we don't really stop and ask, should I be the one doing this task? So especially those of you that are just getting started, remember that you want to spend most of your time in your zone of genius, doing the things that you are best at or the things you want to be known for. I know you don't want to be known for checking your inbox. And you want to spend the most time running your company, even if it's currently a company of one. So all of those other tasks from the start should be looked at as positions you are temporarily filling yourself. Because one day you could have a social media manager, a bookkeeper, a designer, a copywriter, and this will make it easier to release control because those tasks weren't part of your job description from the start. So if you haven't already, give yourself a job title to help you remember that those things are not meant to be your responsibility forever. You can be the CEO, the founder, the owner, lead coach, creative director. You're in charge. You can make up whatever title you want. But that being said, don't wait until you are desperate for help and on your way to burnout before you start hiring. Do it now so that you can take your time figuring out what you need help with, so you can create processes, interview candidates, and find someone who's a good fit. You don't want to hire and then have to fire that person and find someone new within the first month when you are already overwhelmed and really in need of help. I've found great contractors through Upwork, through business friends and my business network, and through my own audience. You can and you should email your own email list to fill a position because your audience already understands your message, your mission, what your clients and customers need because they probably are your clients or customers, or they will be at some point. And if you're not sure if you're ready to hire yet, do some math. Let's make a budget. So how much would it cost for 3 hours a week? Let's say you pay someone $15 an hour. It's usually $10 to $20 for general admin work. So 3 hours a week, $15 an hour, that is $180 a month. I bet a lot of you listening could totally manage that. And if it's not in your budget, just adjust the hours or the pay rate and find a number that fits for you. Maybe it's 1 hour a week. Also remember that it costs you more money to do the task yourself than to hire someone else. So I pay my assistant $25 an hour because she's got those mad Airtable skills. So if she spends an hour checking my inbox, it costs my business $25. If I spend an hour checking the inbox instead of working with a client or creating Dare to Grow lessons or recording a podcast episode, that is going to cost the business $500. If I work one-on-one with someone, that costs $500. So if I do that task, I'm kind of screwing myself because my paycheck goes down. There's no way I'm paying myself $500 for checking my inbox. And my business loses potential revenue because I just spent that hour on a $25 task instead of a $500 task. Math is going to be your friend here. So crunch some numbers and figure out how much money you could be paying yourself if you weren't spending all of that time on small tasks that someone else could easily take over for you. And one other suggestion is to focus on the benefits of hiring help. If you need more benefits than saving time, saving money, making more money, saving your sanity, growing your business. For every task you do yourself, you are essentially saying no to something else, potentially many something else's. So if you had 3 more hours in your week, how would you spend it? I want you to write this down. I want you to fantasize about it, dream about it. Do you want more clients? Do you want time off? Do you want to launch something new? Do you want to never have to answer an email again? Yes, that feels so good. You should do that one. Or never have to create another spreadsheet or edit another video. Figure out what makes you excited about hiring and focus on that. Something that gets me excited about hiring is being able to provide a job for someone. I just picture everyone who was forced to go back to an office after working from home for a year being fuck no, and quitting their jobs. And I want to be over here with a shiny new work from home job with a cool boss and amazing clients. That gets me excited and gets me into making a job description and interviewing people and finding someone. So figure out what is going to get you excited about hiring and then just give it a try.
This is not one of those like pass fail things. You're going to figure it out as you go, and you'll get more comfortable with it as you go also. If I can do it, queen control freak over here, you can absolutely do it. And especially if you are the person who submitted this question, it was an anonymous survey, so I don't know who it was, but you can do it. I'm talking to you. It takes practice to let go of control, but it will be so worth it when you can take a vacation and not think about your inbox for a second and not have to clean it out when you get home. That is the best. So I am going to be adding a lesson on hiring, or many lessons probably, to Dare to Grow this month, February. So if you want help going through the process of finding someone, interviewing, contracts, onboarding, managing contractors, managing employees, I have got you covered, or I will shortly. So you can hop over to daretogrowco, and I will be posting those trainings soon. All right, that's all for this week. I hope you've been inspired to start hiring or thinking about hiring or budgeting for hiring. I really love answering your questions. So if something popped into your head as we were talking, or there's another topic you want me to come on the podcast and talk about, hop over to Instagram, find me at XOSarahMorgan, send me a DM and let me know what you want to hear. All right, thanks for listening. Hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you again soon. Oh, and one more thing before I go. If you have any questions on anything we talked about today, or if you are looking for help to market and grow your business, head over to daretogrowco. That's daretogrowco, and join us in Dare to Grow. It's my membership for solopreneurs looking to simplify their marketing, show up with confidence, and finally grow their online business. You will get instant access to all of the trainings, the twice monthly coaching calls, our monthly planning and goal setting call, and our super supportive Facebook community filled with solopreneurs just like you. Seriously, it's so good. If that sounds like something you need, link is in the show notes, or visit daretogrowco, and I will see you inside.